Hello, you sparkling child of God. Welcome to Bible Bedtime, Season 5, Episode 224. I am your host, Dana. In this podcast, I read a full chapter of the Bible in a way that I hope helps send you off to sleep in heavenly peace. Because this is the 5th season of Bible Bedtime, we are reading through the 5th book of the Old Testament, which is Deuteronomy. And once we finish, we'll start on the 5th book of the New Testament, which is Acts. Now, after reading each chapter this season, I am going to read a selection from the book of Psalms and finish, as is our habit, with the Lord's Prayer. For those of you who are regular listeners to Bible Bedtime, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I had an unexpected break from publishing episodes for a couple of weeks. I had all the best intentions of continuing to post episodes, and life got in the way. And it was mostly, in fact, I think almost all of it was good experiences. We had a family celebration that brought together people from literally all over the world to join together in celebration. And that took quite a while and a lot of travel. Of course, then returning to work, which always brings a lot of catching up to do. And then this last weekend I did something different, something I'd never done before. After several months of feeling busy and a little overwhelmed, I participated in a personal spiritual retreat. I had an opportunity to stay in a very small cabin in the woods with no technology, no interruptions, no scheduled events. I took time to enjoy nature, enjoy walks through the woods, watch the animals playing, hear the leaves falling to the ground since it is autumn. And it was incredibly peaceful. And now I'm returning to my daily life, refreshed. Now, not everyone has the privilege of being able to escape, even for a day or a few hours. But this weekend reminded me of the importance of quiet, personal, uninterrupted time with my Creator. And I would highly recommend that you try to set aside even a few minutes to center your spirit and enjoy fellowship with God. Now, tonight I will be reading from Deuteronomy, chapter 9, and in this part of Deuteronomy, Moses is talking to Israel about moving into the land of milk and honey and the challenges that they will expect there. At the time that I'm recording this, there is still, thousands of years later, conflict in the same area we're talking about from the Bible, and I would feel remiss if I did not state that all those involved in the conflict are children of God, and they are in my prayers for peace. If you are there or your loved ones are there, I pray for your peace and safety as well. Now, it's time to end your day. It's time to put away any distractions. Turn off any lights that may keep you awake. Put away any electronics that might tempt you. And realize that you don't need to do anything else today except rest. And what a blessing that is. We are going to focus on taking 3 deep breaths. And tonight, as you do that, if you're comfortable doing so, imagine a very large, maybe the size of a beach ball, floating blue bubble floating above you. As you breathe in, the bubble draws closer to you. And as you exhale, the bubble floats away from you. This bubble is full of sweet dreams and peace and love. Maybe it's a blue color that makes you feel peaceful and happy. So as we take these deep breaths, and throughout this episode, focus your breath and imagine that bubble floating in and out. Now 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Wonderful. Deuteronomy chapter 9. Hear, Israel, you are now about to cross the Jordan and go in and dispossess nations greater and stronger than you, with large cities that have walls up to the sky. The people are strong and tall, Anakites. You know about them and have heard it said, who can stand up against the Anakites? But be assured today that the Lord your God is the one who goes across ahead of you like a devouring fire. He will destroy them. He will subdue them before you, and you will drive them out and annihilate them quickly, as the Lord has promised you. After the Lord your God has driven them out before you, do not say to yourself, the Lord has brought me here to take possession of this land because of my righteousness. No, it is on account of the wickedness of these nations. The Lord is going to drive them out before you. It is not because of your righteousness or your integrity that you are going in to take possession of their land, but on account of the wickedness of these nations. The Lord your God will drive them out before you to accomplish what he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand then that it is not because of your righteousness that the Lord your God is giving you this good land to possess. For you are a stiff-necked people. Remember this, and never forget how you aroused the anger of the Lord your God in the wilderness. From the day you left Egypt until you arrived here, you have been rebellious against the Lord. At Horeb, you aroused the Lord's wrath so that he was angry enough to destroy you. When I went up on the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant that the Lord had made with you, I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water. The Lord gave me 2 stone tablets inscribed by the finger of God. On them were all the commandments the Lord proclaimed to you on the mountain out of the fire on the day of the assembly. At the end of the 40 days and 40 nights, the Lord gave me the 2 stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant. Then the Lord told me, go down from here at once, because your people, whom you brought out of Egypt, have become corrupt. They have turned away quickly from what I commanded them, and have made an idol for themselves. And the Lord said to me, I have seen this people. They are a stiff-necked people indeed. Let me alone, so that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven. And I will make you into a nation stronger and more numerous than they. So I turned and went down from the mountain while it was ablaze with fire, and the 2 tablets of the covenant were in my hands. When I looked, I saw that you had sinned against the Lord your God. You had made for yourselves an idol cast in the shape of a calf. You had turned aside quickly from the way that the Lord had commanded you. So I took the 2 tablets and threw them out of my hands, breaking them to pieces before your eyes. Then once again, I fell prostrate before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water because of all the sin you had committed, doing what was evil in the Lord's sight, and so arousing his anger. I feared the anger and wrath of the Lord, for he was angry enough with you to destroy you. But the Lord listened to me, and the Lord was angry enough with Aaron to destroy him. But at that time I prayed for Aaron too. Also, I took that sinful thing of yours, the calf you had made, and burned it in the fire. And I crushed it and ground it to powder as fine as dust, and threw the dust into a stream that flowed down the mountain. You also made the Lord angry at Taberah, Massah, and at Kibroth Hattailah. And when the Lord sent you out from Kadesh Barnea, he said, "Go up and take possession of the land I have given you." But you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You did not trust him or obey him. You have been rebellious against the Lord ever since I have known you. I lay prostrate before the Lord those 40 days and 40 nights because the Lord had said he would destroy you. I prayed to the Lord and said, "Sovereign Lord, do not destroy your people, your own inheritance that you redeemed by your great power and brought out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Overlook the stubbornness of this people, their wickedness, and their sin. Otherwise, the country from which you brought us will say, because the Lord was not able to take them into the land he had promised them, and because he hated them, he brought them out to put them to death in the wilderness. But they are your people, your inheritance that you brought out by your great power and your outstretched arm. Psalm 4. For the director of music with stringed instruments, the Psalm of David. Answer me when I call to you, my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long will you people turn my glory into shame? How long will you love delusions and seek false gods? Know that the Lord has set apart his faithful servant for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Tremble and do not sin. When you're on your beds, search your hearts and be silent. Offer the sacrifices of the righteous and trust in the Lord. Many, Lord, are asking, who will bring us prosperity? Let the light of your face shine on us. Fill my heart with joy when their grain and new wine abound in peace. I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in glory. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Amen. Now, it's time to go to sleep. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. Good night.